Summertime, time for beaches, burgers, and family. However, those darn bonds can be such a hassle. So when you want to have fun in the sun, and you don't want your bond revoked, just do this and never miss any time from loved ones. Just lie under oath. Why listen to what a judge says? Matter of fact, even if you have pending charges for beating up your boyfriend, just bring him to your next court date and have him perjure himself. With this foolproof plan, you'll be drinking and fighting under those July 4th fireworks in no time. Let's check out how it's done.
R87, State of Kansas versus Casey Louise Graham Shear. The state appears by and through. County Attorney Jill Gillette. The defendant appears in person and pro se. Miss Graham Shear, you are here in count 1 for domestic battery, causing physical contact with a family or household member, done in a rude, insulting, or angry manner. The family member is Jared Everly. A family or household member is a Jared Everly. If convicted, the fine is $200 up to $1,000, and the must serve is 48 hours, but you could serve up to 6 months. Now, the court can waive the mandatory portions in exchange for making you do a certified domestic violence offender assessment and complying with it. If you have a prior domestic battery, though, it increases the penalties every time you get a new domestic violence conviction. In count 2, you're accused of disorderly conduct, using fighting words or engaging in noisy conduct, tending reasonably to arouse alarm, anger, or resentment in others. Again, Jared Everly. In count 3, you're accused of interference with law enforcement. In this count, they are saying that the state, is alleging that you obstructed law enforcement in the discharge of their official duty. You took off and started walking away from them when they were trying to get you to comply with orders, including orders to turn around and to put your hands behind your back. If convicted, this would be a Class A non-person misdemeanor. The penalty could be up to 12 months in the county jail, and your fine could be up to $2,500. Ms. Graham Shearer, do you have any questions about the charges or the possible penalties? All right, are you going to apply for court appointed or hire an attorney?
I'm going to apply for court appointed.
Okay, I could be mistaken, but I think you are standing there having contact with someone that your bond says you're not supposed to. Sir, you're interrupting her hearing. Would you please have a seat? Now, are you applying for an attorney or hiring a court appointed?
I'm going to apply for one.
All right, you will need to fill out an application, but are you employed? Do you have a job? Where do you work?
Okay, Fall River Market.
Some
The
type of,
grocery store in Fall River.
oh, the grocery store in Fall River? And do you work 40 hours a week?
Close to.
What do you make per month?
About $1,000 a month.
Okay, and you're married?
No,
All right. Do you have children?
I have a daughter.
How old is she?
She's 15.
Do you help support her?
She doesn't live with me.
She doesn't live with you, so you don't help support her? Okay.
I do, but I don't, in a sense, I guess. She lives with her grandma, but if she needs something, I give it to her.
Okay. Do you have any money in savings or any other accounts?
No.
All right. I'm going to appoint Attorney Shannon Cooper. I still want you to fill out the form. And the officers can give you Miss Cooper's card so you can call her. When's their court date? Missy?
June 20th at 3:30.
You will need to be back by Zoom hearing with Miss Cooper on, you said June 20th at 3:30.
Yes.
So make sure you're not late or you can get a warrant. Right now, you're on a 7,500 personal surety or professional surety bond. If you're not back here June 20th at 3:30, ready to go on your case, then you can get a warrant for your arrest and the forfeiture of that $7,500 bond. Do you have any questions so far?
Ma'am.
All right, now, I think that takes care of everything in your case, but was that Jared Everly that stood up there behind you? I can't hear you, was it?
Yes, ma'am.
What's your relationship to Jared Everly?
He's my boyfriend.
And do you live together in Fall River?
Currently, no, I'm at my father's right now because of the no contact.
So is the house in Fall River his?
It belongs to his parents, but he lives in it.
All right, so because you were ordered to have no contact, you moved into your parents' home?
I'm currently staying with my father for now.
Your
We're
father?
hoping Yeah, we were hoping to get the no contact lifted if at all possible.
So you've been having contact with him to plan this request?
No.
Then how do you know that we are wanting to do this?
Well, I'm assuming that's why he's here.
All right. You go sit down and let him come forward as an alleged victim. He does have the right to address the court. Come on up here, sir. Please raise your right hand. You solemnly swear the statement you're about to make shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God? Are you Jared Everly? And you're the accused victim in this case?
Yes, ma'am.
And you are the boyfriend of the defendant, Casey Louise Graham Shearer?
Yes, ma'am.
And you were living together in your parents' house in Fall River until April 15th, 2023, when these incidents occurred? Okay, now you're gonna have to, I'm not sure why that microphone is so bad today, but I can't hear you.
Ma'am.
Okay. Now, have you been having contact with her?
No, ma'am.
Under pains and penalties of perjury, your sworn statement is no, you have not had any contact with her.
No, ma'am.
Not directly or indirectly through a third party, through an email, a text, a Facebook?
Third party, maybe.
Third party, maybe?
Yeah, sort of. Friend.
Sort of.
Stuff.
I've been at this a while now. I kind of think I figured out how things work. So what's your final answer?
I dropped the no contact order. I mean,
Is there a chair in front of you that could put you closer to the microphone? I don't know if that would help at all.
can you see me now?
That's much better. Okay, now, under oath, what contact have the two of you been having?
Just talk to each other, seen each other a couple times, but other than that,
Okay,
we haven't, and it's kind of hard to go to work, and me and my boss, we stop at the store all the time and eat, and I haven't been going to the store eating breakfast or lunch, just in finding what I can to eat at home, and I do want to be with her, so it makes it a little rough.
okay. Well, thank you for your candor with the court. Your eventual candor. At first, you kind of tried to hoodwink me, but I think we
Sorry
both.
about
knew-
that.
Yeah, I think we both knew that I knew better. I don't appreciate the fact that she went away saying you hadn't had contact, but anyway, we're going to start new from this point. Ms. Gillette, the state's response to this gentleman's request to have contact with the defendant?
I prefer that they have some kind of counseling then. It appears this was a pretty serious incident that could have resulted in them having a bad accident with her behavior in the vehicle. So I would like to see some classes for her as part of the things that I was going to ask for in the case for her.
Well, I think that that's a reasonable recommendation because I don't know if she's guilty or not guilty, but I know there's some allegations here that there's been some physical contact, and then Miss Gillette just kind of threw a few more bits at me to be concerned. Any contact you guys are going to have will have to be in a therapist's office until that therapist tells me it's okay for you to have something outside of her office or his office.
Okay.
I'll go that far for you. But you set it up with the therapist. One of you are you going to be the one that sets it up with the therapist?
I'm not sure.
Well, I need to know because here's what
Where
I
do you
want.
find it? Where do you find
One
the
of you,
therapist?
well, one of you call a marriage counselor therapist and say, we need this counseling and here's the deal. We can only meet under court order in your office. Let that therapist meet with you, then meet with the two of you or however they want to do it. And then after the therapist has met with you, the therapist, I don't want you going and talking to her about who do we want to go to and when are we going to do this and all that. No, one of you needs to set it up and then the therapist can notify the other one when they want to do it. And then you can go.
Okay.
And that's not unusual in these domestic violence cases, that I just want somebody that deals professionally with the mental health aspect and the relation aspect of this to tell me that they're not afraid of you two having contact and that they're not afraid we're going to have a repeat.
It was just a drunken night. You
It
got
was
drunk.
what?
A
What'd you
drunk
say?
night. Alcohol involved, a drunk night.
A drunk night? The two of you had a drunk night?
Not two of us.
Oh, she had a
Okay.
drunk night.
Yes. I was the driver. I only had 2 drinks at dinner time and that was it. And her and my friends just kept drinking.
Okay. And then apparently something happened in the automobile on the way home from what Miss Gillette said.
Yes, I have a manual transmission in my truck and she was messing with the gear shifter and it was trying to keep her from messing with the gear shifter. I dropped off the road a couple times, but that's gravel road and didn't hurt nothing.
But it could have, like Miss Gillette said. Well,
yes, it could have.
maybe we need more alcohol and drug counseling than we need marital therapy. But let's see what the therapist, do you know any therapists around your part of the country? Miss Gillette, do you know any out there? They said they live in Fall River. That's quite a ways out in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah, 4 County Mental Health serves Fall River. There's an office in Fredonia. There's offices that come to Howard. There's offices that come to Independence. We're at 4 County Mental Health serves kind of that area pretty well. Crosswinds might be in their catchment area because Crosswinds has offices here in Eureka and cover Greenwood County, but they may be closer to one of the 4 county offices.
Have you heard of 4 County Mental Health, sir?
I've heard of it.
Okay, well, we see them quite a bit. Fredonia is probably the closest to you.
Yep, I'd say so.
Okay. Give those folks a call and see what they can do for you.
All right. Thank you.
You're welcome. All right, we'll be in recess, but in the meantime, Miss Graham Shear, no contact means no contact except in therapy.
See what I mean? Sure, you pissed off Judge Webster and almost got held in contempt, but at least you will be together this summer, sneaking your fireball onto the beach and getting so plastered that you will end up in the salad port again anyway. So take these precious moments and make the best of them. Don't forget to like and subscribe. I'm Time, and you have been served.